Hello, welcome back. This is Corey, the Buddhist Guide. How's the smiling going? Yeah, yeah. I good. 3 weeks. 3 weeks, I hope. For me, as you probably noticed from the shirt, it's been a whole 2 minutes. I have a lot of time today, though, so I'm glad to be sharing it with you guys. So last time we talked about the bicycle metaphor and practice, and this time I want to talk about a view for this practice. I spent a little time doing software development fairly early on in my life. I think most of us in this generation have, at least in America. And if you haven't been exposed to at least something saying, "Oh man, yeah, you should go do software development," then you've never visited the internet, and that's totally fine. And one of the most frustrating parts about software development is the amount of time that I spent just staring at a screen and trying to find where that one little line of software that I thought was supposed to do this and ended up doing that instead. And it was just ginormously frustrating. Like being a software developer is incredible. Like you could write lines and lines and lines and lines of code, and it still doesn't do what you want it to do. There's always this craving desire to force this machine into submission. And unlike a software developer, we, as meditators, as smilers in this case, are instead more like kind, uplifting, generous, and ethical hackers. We instead stop looking at our minds, stop trying to grab onto it, and find that one little thing that's making us do this, that we wanted it to do that, and go, okay, how does this actually work? And that's the cool part about hackers, right? Just in all senses of the word, a hacker doesn't look at a piece of software and go, "Oh, yeah, no, that's how it works. All right, well, can't do anything about that." They look at how it actually works. They find not just the one line that the software developer was looking for to fix. They find all the lines that mean, "Oh, yeah, and then this gives me access to this, and that does that, and this slides me in here." They look at and see how the system actually functions. What are the results of the software developers' desires? What came out of all of that? And they go, "Ah, cool." So we, as ethical, kind, uplifting, generous, mental hackers, are looking at our own minds and going, "Okay, how does this actually work?" And you go, "Well, all right, if I take Corey's suggestion and I grab my cheeks and I pull them up, and even if I have to hold myself here and then look at myself on my own camera and go, 'God, I look ridiculous,' and you get a little giggle out of that, or you laugh, you just hacked yourself. You're like, 'Oh, I look ridiculous,' or 'Wow, I feel lighter. I smiled and it felt good.'" And I'm not, well, maybe I don't want to feel good. That's the topic of a whole entire different video. The other interesting part about this that I will note before we close up on this topic is that because this is a surface which everyone looks at to see what you're thinking and feeling, if you're smiling, it jumps, reaches out and grabs onto other people. And even if they go, "Oh, wait, I don't smile that much. Sorry, I forgot who I was," and they go back to being their normal everyday self, you can still watch and see that it jumps. It's its own thing. So, and what did you do? You just pulled your own cheeks up, and then their cheeks went up too. It's like remote control, as long as, you're only supplying good, uplifting, wonderful things. So, All right, I'm Corey. I'm the Buddhist Guide. Please subscribe, share this, and if you don't share this, share this, and we will see you in the next video. Welcome to the rest of your happy life.